And good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope that you all are doing good tonight. As you click on the video, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have not, please share the video. And if you would like to become a member, you can click the members button. I want you guys to know I've gotten your emails and your comments and stuff. They mean so much to me. I always say my subscribers rock. I have a mature audience. We're still on the race to 5,000. We almost at like 4,000. That's why I always say share the video, as we grow. But I wouldn't take nothing for the subscribers that I have. You guys you're mature. Y'all absolutely rock. And I miss y'all so much. And I want you all to know that I really just appreciate you all. As you've prayed for me and my family, and those prayers are working because we're coming back this way. Somebody had left some um, honey Tennessee Jack Daniel whiskey at my doorstep, and I heated it up and put lemon, and y'all know I don't drink no whiskey, but I promise you, as soon as I drank it, I put whiskey, the lemon, um, what else? Honey, and what else did I put in there? Ginger and cinnamon. And I promise you, my ears started crackling as soon as I took a sip. My ears started cracking. I ain't drunk though. At least I hope I'm not. But I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I don't drink whiskey, but I promise you, it started burning, and then mucus started coming up. My ears started popping. That's the very first thing that happened. So, you guys, I am definitely coming back this way. I got on my treadmill today to help with my endurance and my lungs, and I've lost some weight too because my taste buds have changed. All I can really eat is fruit and vegetables. So, um, I just thank God though. It's something that they've released in the air because I don't even when I'm out on cases, I am in a car by myself with my mask on most of the time. My investigators are normally in other cars, you know what I mean, right around me, but we ride in different vehicles, most of the time. And I'm not around people like that. They've released that COVID in the air, and people have started getting sick again. So I think that is exactly what has happened. But God is still in control. So again, I want to thank y'all for y'all's prayers. I ain't mean to go on for 3 minutes, but I just wanted to say that. And I want to now go on and get into straight drop. What straight drop setup. As I think about straight drop is a 24-year-old troubled young man who wanted a career and was willing to do anything to get it. Um, you know, as I sit here, I think about um, what someone had said to me, that they had learned that some years back, straight drop had made a proposition, and this is alleged because they heard it from someone else, and they just kind of happened to mention it to me. There's no way of proving it because I'm sure if they could prove it, they would. Straight drop would never admit to it, to them. But allegedly, they had gotten a tip. Someone, they had learned. Some people had learned that allegedly straight drop had made a proposition to Dolph some years back when he and Dolph were cordial, and offered to take some people out for Dolph, allegedly. And these people who we know, but I will not name, Dolph declined it and said, I'm going to just get them back with success, you know. I think about people like Straight Drop who is willing to do anything, because they're troubled for some money to come up or whatever, because of the wrong guidance. And, of course, it appears that he fell out with Dolphin, with Key Glock in them, and he ended up um, dealing with Dolph's oppositions, right? And allegedly, well, it's the rest is history. We know what appears to have happened from that. But I think about when this thing first happened, okay, and when Straight Drop was on live that night. Straight Drop, you know, he was rapping and going on, and then he stopped and started reading the comments. And I never forget when I looked at his eyes when he started reading those comments and he saw what people was um, um, tagging the FBI, Memphis Police Department. Straight Drop looked shocked and devastated, as if how in the hell they know I did this? These people, my cover blown. When he was riding in that car that night, people knew that he had did it already. Okay, they already knew. And not only that, but he had some friends, CEO Bobby and Jojo Splat and them. They just directed the police completely to them, because they was all braggadocious and they was laughing and talking about it. They thought that they had hit the jackpot, and whoever it was that put the bag on top of Dolph's head to have him assassinated has somehow given these young boys a false sense of security. They thought that they was untouchable, but they didn't know this was going to spread like wildfire and pique the interest of people even outside of the United States. Okay. And one thing that we do know, which is why when they started making the mistake, these people that are behind this, that ain't been got yet, when they started making the mistake of having their people and even themselves to go on the damn internet where the feds was waiting on their asses because they had already got all kinds of tips that they was involved, okay, and started threatening people, whether you want to believe it or not, they said or not, these people was reporting these threats. And they was tapping right in, seeing exactly where they was coming from. Okay, so these has been some of the dumbest criminals thus far. Okay, because they're so used to bullying people and dropping bags on people's heads like wimps. They just couldn't crawl up under that rock that they really should have crawled up under and stayed. They said, we've been getting away with this too long. We done paid them to take out Dolph, and these mofos gonna stop talking about this, or else we gonna take them out. I had one get on and say, my friend said, he really is a clown. And he was straight up with the FBI. He said, that's a clown if I ever seen one. He said, I'm gonna smoke you. You talking about this case. A terroristic threat, and they tap right in. Now, I never forget the name. Okay. So they have basically put the people on their trail. But back to what I was getting ready to say about Straight Drop. Straight Drop was definitely when the heat started, it started getting really hot. Okay. They had to make him think that they was really for him. That's what they had to do. They had to make him think that they was really for him. They double crossed him when that attorney pulled out. Okay, because I don't think he ever had any intentions on representing him. Now, this same attorney got on here. I thought I heard him say my client is going to turn himself in. There was a whole lot of other folks that said they heard him say it too, but maybe our minds was playing tricks on us. Because then that same attorney who got said that, I've been told by I had no idea that this was a young man that was accused of killing young Dolph. I'm not representing him. We know damn well that everybody and their damn mama know that Straight Drop was wanted for killing Dolph. How he not gonna know when people outside of the country know? That was the first betrayal, where they decided that they was going to leave him hanging. Okay? They decided that they was going to leave him hanging. Now, somehow, and people can say what they want to, Cornelius Smith is involved. Okay? They assessed that situation. See, Straight Drop, they decided Straight Drop has done a lot. So even if he decided to start telling, they could really, he's done so much, they really got him by his balls. Cornelius, who has been mostly, he's not innocent. He's always did burglaries and things, that probably some murders that he just ain't never got caught. He didn't have no issues with doing Dolphs, but he's always been a career criminal. Okay? He's a little older than Straight Drop. Somehow, these same people have been able to get that money to some of these little people to get over there to that lawyer, because they definitely funneling money to that lawyer for Cornelius. Okay? That's exactly what's going on. Cornelius' family is not paying for that lawyer. The people that pay Cornelius to kill Dolph is whoever that is. Okay? But for some reason, they've kind of just left Straight Drop out to hang, because I think they feel like it's going to look better for them. They've already got one a lawyer. It wouldn't look good to get the other a lawyer, and they feel like the Straight Drop is more expendable. Okay? I think they've decided that they just going to put everything on Straight Drop and kind of help Cornelius, because Cornelius is 33 years old. He's a career criminal. He knows a little bit more about the system. He's got probably, might be a little smarter than Straight Drop. Has done a little less. In their minds, they need to take their chances on getting him a lawyer to keep his mouth closed, because he may have more credibility than Straight Drop, right? Even though Straight Drop knows where all of the goods are, all of the skeletons. Okay? So, I feel like, when they had Straight Drop putting out all those videos or whatever, I feel like they was definitely setting him up, because people knew allegedly where the hit came from. But you put Straight Drop out there as a distraction, even though he was involved. You put Black Youngster out there as a distraction. He might, I don't know how involved he is, but these are people I feel that they, put out there, because Dolph got people that'll ride for him. Dolph hung around a lot of street dudes. Okay? These were street dudes who, whoever these people are that had Dolph taken out, will spin for Dolph. Okay? So you start pushing people out there to the front and getting them to do dummy things. First of all, they killed that boy. But we're going to put these two out front, okay? That's setting them up to let it be known, okay? So that if they got to get their lick back, all of that negative energy will be at them, okay? I don't know how involved Black Youngster was, but I do know that Black Youngster has a blind loyalty that's going to lead him straight to the grave, because that's exactly where it's going to take him. Okay? It's going to take him to the grave being loyal to Gotti and Juke. That's exactly what's going to happen. And trust me, they know it's a blind loyalty, because that's exactly where they plan to send him. Because if anybody got to go, them two brothers going to always protect each other. I don't care how much they say, little bro, I love you, this, and that. Them blood brothers going to protect each other. Okay? As any blood relatives would. Okay? So I think even with dropping that video, that was somewhat of a disloyalty. And Black Youngster don't realize that he was being set up. Just like when they had Straight Drop dropping all this stuff, whoever these people were, they were setting them up. They were setting him up to get killed or to be exactly where he is now, in jail. Okay? They doing all they can to try to save Cornelius, but I'm gonna tell you what the investigator said. Cornelius through. So when they get through spreading this venom on the internet, it ain't gonna change nothing. Okay? Because Cornelius was involved. They got him a good lawyer. They funneled some money and got him a good lawyer, you know. Let his good lawyer do his job. That's all he can do. But I don't think it's gonna change a thing. Even if he get a bond, it ain't gonna change nothing. I would hate to see him get out just so that they can kill him. I'm talking about the people that paid him. Okay? Because that's all it's probably gonna be. All right? Because these people are running scared, they are desperate, and they're consistently making mistakes. They just don't, they just, when you're so used to doing stuff and you have this you have this false sense of who you are, like I'm God and you living because I say you can live. That's when that's the first mistake you made. Even when them folks on your ass and you still thinking like that my money gonna take care of that. And you got a bunch of stupid, ignorant men who want to be in the end so bad that they'll do anything, and they being watched till they get ready to go away from their whole family. You have messed your children and your women over for some damn men. Okay? For some men. The Bible says, as I was saying last night, men will become lovers of themselves, and they do love each other harder than they ever could their own children and women. Okay? Okay? So was Straight Drop set up? He was set up. Did he do it? Hell yeah, he did it. He did it. But once all of this attention was brought to this case, his own people started setting him up because they wanted all the attention to be on him, and they hid behind him even though they paid him to do it. Okay? They've just kind of left him out there to dry. Okay? They putting their money on Cornelius because Cornelius ain't a problem. Cornelius is a career criminal. But I don't think he did them drills like Straight Drop. They kind of want to keep Cornelius quiet. So they found a way to funnel money to some people to get that lawyer. And they think that people don't know. They think their hands gonna be clean. Okay. Hell, if I know that they paying for his lawyer. You don't think the feds know? Okay. And it wouldn't even be nothing about them paying for Cornelius lawyers, but who would want to pay all that money for a lawyer? Why? You would have to wonder why. Is it to keep him quiet? So with Straight Drop set up, yeah, and couldn't. That's why Cornelius can't look at him, because at some point somebody kind of gave him a code to let him know that they was gonna help him, and they was just gonna send drop on up the river. Okay, and when that lawyer recanted and wouldn't take that, decided he was, because he was never gonna take it. That was giving him a false sense of security. They was setting him up then. And he didn't even realize it because he's a 23-year-old boy that's naive. Instead of them really helping him, they used him. He was not a bad rapper. He's a nice looking young man. He could have really, with the right guidance, he could have really um did good. But instead you had people that was twice his age that helped to send his life in a downward spiral. And now they selling them on up the river, and them motherfuckers think, excuse, that just came out. I told you I've been drinking that Jack Daniels because a hot toddy. They think that they're not gonna go down with that boy. That's a 23-year-old child. Even though he knew what he was doing, He was still misled. How could you use somebody else's child to go and commit drills if you're in a position to truly help them? These are the people that have been running our community, and the feds can't take their asses down fast enough. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later.